Wewe ni rais wa Kenya uliyechaguliwa kamili. Na hakuna rais nusu-nusu. Kalia hiyo kiti vizuri. Second term utaingia. Second term utaingia rais kama stima. Andolenge kwa nani? Lenye nyoni? Na wakicheza rais, unajua mimi natoka kaunti ya 24. Kaunti ya Baringo sisi ndio tunajua mambo ya 24 years. Sisi ndio tunajua kwa manufacture rais akae 24. So wakicheza hata tunasambia wewe rais endelea kidogo. Kwani iko nini?
President William Ruto is not guaranteed to getting the second term in office, and it's evident that the president might join the footsteps of the likes of Joe Biden in becoming Kenya's only president to serve for one term. And here are 5 reasons why the president will sit in office for only one term. Reason number 1, ODM support is not guaranteed, yet the president already lost the mountain support. You remember, even if Raila Amolo Odinga is going to win the AU chairmanship, it's not a guarantee that the president will win his election. Whatever Raila did to President Moi in 2002, he can do the same thing come 2027. And also, I don't know why the president trusted Raila Odinga so much. Yes, Raila Odinga is a rebel. We all know Raila Odinga is a rebel who likes being in opposition. And even if you check the matters to do with abduction, Raila Odinga is really speaking that the government has to stop things to do with abduction, which it has to, because it is really wrong to adapt people. And even if you check on the mountain side, the current allies of the president from the mountain are people who cannot help the president so much. When planning a chess game for President William Ruto, the current people from the mountain, Kimani Ichung'wah, are just pawns in the game of a chess of President William Ruto. So it's evident he cannot get support from the mountain. Second reason why the president will not serve a second term in office is his friends are bringing a lot of attention to the president. Look at the kind of Kipchumba Murkomen, what he does, that he is asking Meta and TikTok to establish permanent office in the country. Number 2, likes of Akina Kimani Ichung'wah are insulting people. Number 3, the likes of Akina Oscar Sudi are boldly speaking on social media that it is a must the president wins the election. And the 5th reason is what will worry the president. But let's base on the second reason.
Mimi nataka niombe rais, sisi wote ni binadamu, tunakosea, si ni kweli? Nilikuwa naona bishops wetu wakisoma ile kusema wakora sijui nini. Lakini nikuambia rais, maajabu, hao wananchi ndio wanajua, kwa sababu hao ndio wanatoa pesa kwa harambee. Wanajua uzito ya kanisa. Hao fathers wadogo hawana issue. Hao wale bishop wachache pale juu ni cartels. Na cartels siko kila mahali. Katele siko kila mahali. Lazima tuambiane ukweli. Sisi ni Wakristo. Sasa wewe father sahi umeomba sahi tusaidie hii. Wewe unafikiri tungejua hiyo maneno kama hujasema? So sisi wote tuungane na tusameane 2025 na turudi tufanye kazi pamoja. Na tushirikiane na tusaidie rais. Unajua tunaona watu wengi kule mtandao. Mimi nataka niombe. Wazazi wangapi wako na watoto Gen Z hapa? Hebu muinue mkono wako na Gen Z kama mimi. Wenye wako na watoto Gen Z kwa nyumba yao, inua mkono. Najua ni wengi. Si nyinyi wote. Kila mtu aongeleshe mtoto wake nyumbani. Nidhamu ya kwanza inaanza kanisani na nyumbani. Kwa sababu ile maneno iko mtandao siku hizi ukiona, halafu mtu mmoja watu wanasimama, watu wachache hapo, rais anafanya hii, maneno ya abduction, maneno ya nini. Unajua rais pia umenikosea kidogo. Ile siku nyingine ulitangaza waziri, nilikuwa nafikiri unasema Kipchumba Sudi. Kumbe akakuwa Kipchumba Murkomen. Tena juzi nimesikia tena nilikuwa nategea ukasema tena Kipchumba Murkomen. Sasa wangenipatia hiyo docket hiyo ya usalama siku 3 peke yake. Hiyo watoto na ujinga hiyo ya kuchora vitu kwa maneno itaisha. Kwa sababu lazima tu hakuna inji inaongozwa na upuzi. Lazima inji yote inaongozwa na katiba na heshima. Si ni kweli? Yeah. Na mtu asikutisha rais. Unajua mimi nasikia, mimi naona yule mtu tulivuguza baada anaongea hapo. Mwingine anasema sijui nini hapo. Kuona inji yenye mtu anaenda tamu moja. Hakuna hiyo. Wataruka juu chini. Lakini mambo itakuwa sawa.
The type of friends the president have, instead of them covering up the president, they are only bringing so much attention to him. Remember, Kenyans signed to ICC that the International Criminal Court should investigate matters to do with abduction in this country. And just the other day, Justin Muturi brought into limelight that the government is indeed behind the abductions. What has this done? It has only brought it to the limelight that the government of President William Ruto should be investigated and it should be careful in its dealings. The president, on the other hand, they've also hinted on increasing taxes on salaries of people come February. So all this thing is only bringing attention to this government. I think it is high time the president should play a low-key game instead of making himself or his government being the talk of town everywhere on social media. The third reason why the president will not serve a second term in office is the resignation of members from his government. One person has already resigned from the government of President William Ruto, and the second person is Justin Muturi, who has decided to boldly speak that the president is behind the abduction with this government, the likes of Akina Nurdin Haji. These two things will hint or will haunt the president so badly when it comes to 2027. Why? Because whatever Raila did in 2002 of walking away from the government of Moi with a number of MPs, right now the president has gone into bed with Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. These two people, if they decide to walk away come 2027, it will create a loophole in the president's government, and this will make people to lack trust with the government of President William Ruto. As a matter of fact, I don't know why the president went to form the broad-based government and even forming an allies of government cabinet with the friends who were his enemies in 2022 presidential election. Go back in 2017 when Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta went for a handshake with Raila Odinga. Why did Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta not take allies of Raila Odinga into cabinet? Because Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta knew one thing: if I take in allies of Raila Odinga, it will prove that I'm a weak president. So President William Ruto, number one, taking allies of Raila Odinga and then taking the allies of Uhuru Kenyatta only proved that President William Ruto needs help to govern this country, and that shows that President William Ruto is weak to rule this country. The last reason why the president will be in office for the only one term that he is because of the growth of technology, something that they're trying to battle themselves, but if they're not careful, it will take them out of office. Back in the days, we used to have the tallying station of IBC and the tallying station of Raila Odinga. But come 2027, we'll be having a tallying station of the citizens. This generation is full of people who have technological knowledge in their heads. Look, in a country whereby something happens right now, in the next 30 minutes, the entire details of whoever is being spoken about is out in public. This is a scenario whereby this country, young people have been trying to test the systems of Safaricom. If they can hack a system of Safaricom and use Safaricom data for 12 hours before Safaricom realizing it, what can that do to the IBC servers? Even if Akina Oscar Sudi are speaking that the president will be a second-term president, by all means, be sure they cannot steal votes, because in 2027, chances are that the citizens themselves will be tagging into the IBC servers to see how the votes are being counted. And don't be amazed if the United States government decides to come in and help the citizens in getting rid of President William Ruto, because the president is not an ally to the current president of America, who will be sworn in due course, that is Donald Trump. Let me know your views in the comment section. These are just my personal views. Why do you think the president will not be in office for the second term? My name is Mavali Derek. This has been the Political Spotlight. If you are watching from another platform, just head on to YouTube, search for The African Journalist, hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment in the comment section. Adios.